Hey guys, welcome to lesson 2.7, difference or square. This is our last lesson before you do the review to take your unit test. Students will be able to factor quadratic formula using the differences square. So factoring the differences square, this is our formula. A squared minus B squared equals, and when I factor this out, it'll be A plus B, A minus B. Whatever my A term is, whatever my B term is. Now, there's a shortcut for this differences square. Basically, what you need to do is ask yourself these following questions. Is the first term a perfect square? Is the last term a perfect square? And then the final question is there a minus between them? If they all answer yes, then you just write your answers out. Watch. So before we do an example, what I want to do is really quick. What is a perfect square? A perfect square is a number made by squaring a whole number. So this is our regular multiplication table. So these that are in green straight diagonally, those are perfect squares. So all that means is 2 times 2 is going to give me 4. If I take the square root of these number, I will get a number, okay? So what we're going to do is really quick some example, perfect square. So perfect square here, how do we get this is on your calculator, get your calculator. So on your calculator, now that you got your calculator on the home screen, I'm going to go to calculate and hit enter. So I want to find the square root, this control x squared, and let's enter our first one was 4. Hit enter. So you'll see 2. All that means is if I multiply that number by itself, I will get that answer. So let's see here. So the first one, we just got that on the board. It says the perfect square for 4 is 2. 121 is 11. 289. Remember, you're not sure. Go to your calculator. Say square root of, what was it? 289. 289, enter. You will get 17. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 25 is 5. 361. Let's check that out. 361. I go back. Square root. Oops, not answer. Control square root of 361. Enter. 19. Now look at this, 2025. So again, you go to your calculator, control 2025, enter, and that is, so that becomes 45. That's a 5. Oops. There we go. Square root of 16 is 4. Square root of 81 is 9. The square root of 20,736, you should have gotten 144, and then the square root of 144 is 12. Alright, so now that you learned to use the square root on your calculator, we're going to go into some examples. So here are some examples that we're going to look at. So the first thing I want to do is say, can I square, is the first term square? So if I take the square root of these numbers, I'm going to get 3 square x squared minus 2 squared. Now that every term has a square, all I'm going to use, remember my formula says a squared minus b squared is equal to a minus b and a plus b. So I see a minus in the middle, everything has a square, so all I'm going to do is write these out. My a term is 3x minus my b term is 2, and then I know it's going to be a plus b. And this is my final answer. Okay? Super easy. You can do the a equals, b equals, c equals, it's the same thing, but it's just longer. So this, if I take the square root of these, I'm left with 2 squared x squared minus 3 squared y squared. They all have a square and there's a minus in the middle. So my a term, which is 2x, minus my b term, which is 3y. And then it becomes 2x plus 3y. And that's it. This is my answer. Let's see how this works. I know this is 3 squared x squared minus 4 square y square if I take the square root of these again, okay? So bring this down, my a term is 3x minus 4y and 3x plus 4y. And that's my final answer. One more to go is here. Now look at this, a little tricky, okay? But we can do this. X to the 4th. Remember, if you square this 4, we can have x square minus 5 square. Because if I take the square root of this, it's 2 times 2. So my a term is x square minus 5 and x square plus 5. And this is all I need to do. So really quick, like I said, guys, you can do your a equals, b equals, c equals. Just remember, this saves you so much time. So this is one of our shortest video, and again, as soon as you're done, it's time for you to review to take your Unit 2 exam. Good luck, guys!